Happy birthday to you. Woo! Soy sauce. Woo!
Birthday like a couple months ago.
Silence of the Lambs. He has that 3 birthdays a year. Dude, I don't know. Yo, he has 3 birthdays a year. Right, Yoshi?
See why some people don't really know when his birthday is, so they like ignore.
So they celebrate it 3 times a year. 3 times.
No, nobody do.
Yo, you 3 times. What you want? Clocks, desserts? What you want? Clocks. That's like
Chinese food.
Alright guys, the Minivan, the drive shaft is up on the Odyssey. See how we did it? Same like before. We support and we brace with our carabiners. Chad's at the control. Looks really nice. You guys check this out. It's Japanese converted. Give him a follow. Tony. Another car going all-wheel drive. Here, check some issues with it. It's a Jackson Racing Supercharger, K24 bottom end, K20. Tony, tell me a little bit about the car, man.
What you wanna know?
How long you have it?
I've had it for like probably 6 or 7 years.
6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And you always run a supercharger on it, right?
Originally it was a LS, a 99 LS.
Yes.
I put a GSR in it. I literally built the GSR, put it in, turned it on, and then I was like, I want to go K now. Oh. I want to go K, and K was a hype then.
Oh.
And then,
you converted the Jap front end?
Yeah, I converted everything. I did everything myself. Yeah.
Okay.
I got pictures of full build.
Check out the color, guys. So much you think. Sick. He's gonna go. You're going all-wheel drive, right?
Yeah. Bags too. OG bag status. I don't even have the airlift.
Oh, it's all the way down. And you got pumps and everything, raise it up. This thing's lowered out.
Yeah, so she sat for a while. She's got some little TLC.
Yeah, little freshen up.
Little freshen up, yeah. It sat so long, man. Like my injectors were, like the whole build's pretty much new.
Yeah.
My injectors were brand new, and when I turned the car on, the O-rings were so dry rotted.
Dry rotted.
Sitting, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everything just blew out.
Oh, okay. That's how it goes sometimes. Yep. All right, brother.
Nice.
Jeez.
S1.
What's up guys, Chad from S1 here, and today I'm going to show you how to install the locking plates on CRV element differential that I have right here. Obviously you would start with draining the diff, all the fluid out of it from the lower drain, and then my first thing here is the nut at the end of the head near the clutch pack. There's a clutch pack in here that you guys are going to see in a moment, but first thing you do is just take this off. Then you got washer, plastic cover for the rubber bushing in here. I can leave that in here, we can get this after. But here you go. Sometimes you have to use a pulley puller to get this out, but this one is pretty easy. And then this is a rubber seal that would go in here. That's all going to come out. I'm going to show you guys how to install that later, but that's how that is supposed to be placed. We'll put this aside for now. Then you got 8 millimeters. We got 8 millimeters, 4 short and 4 long ones. You can kind of put them aside because all the long ones go towards the top, or I'm sorry, all the short ones are towards the top and all the long ones are at the bottom. And I can see is the difference. There's only 2 different types, but the 4 long or 4 short towards the top, and then the 4 longer are towards the bottom. Then You can just... This is going to be silicone together. I already broke this one loose, but you basically would just pry right here to break this loose. And I like to try to keep this in place, but you pull the whole case on, and this is a clutch pack that you're going to see in a minute, but I kind of like to keep it in place. And you also have to be careful when you take this off. There is a washer in here for spacing. You could kind of keep it in here for now. I'll show you where that it goes against here when we install it, but for now we can keep it there. And that's it. That's the cover. And this is the clutch locking plate that you would be changing. I mean, this is the basket. This is the basket for the clutch that we're going to be putting our locking plates in. So everything just slides off. We're going to take this top portion out, and we actually keep this top piece. We want to make sure nothing sticks to it. And these are all the this is the clutch packs that slip up when you have a power. But this part we're going to keep the top portion, and this just slides out like that, and there's all your clutch packs. So what we're going to do, as you can see here, is we're going to take these two pieces. This one has a lock on the inside, and this one has a lock on the outside, and our clutch packs are going to put both of those together. So now it's going to lock the outside with the inside instead of these two floating together like this. When there's power, these would spin and cause the power not to go to the rear differentials, to your rear axles.
And it locks up like a clutch, right?
Yep, it locks up like a clutch. It uses fluid pressure to lock up. So these are our clutch packs. You take all these out, make sure nothing's in there except for this one. Like I said, that's the only one that you're gonna need. Make sure it's nothing in there. It looks empty like that. And then you would take all the clutch packs off of here. They don't have to be kept in any order because they're gonna get thrown out or do whatever you guys want to do with them. There's also this snap ring on this centerpiece that you don't need anymore either. So you can just take this out too. And then I'm gonna show you a little bit of video magic. So I'm gonna just put this to the side for a second because I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like completed. I have another one here, but this is what it looks like completed, just to speed up the video. So when you install the clutch packs, there's one that is a little bit shorter of a size, and they'll be zip tied together in order. It actually really doesn't matter where this goes, but we just like to put it towards the bottom. But then again, the race looks like, this is how it used to look. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. The part with the snap ring is faced towards the bottom of the basket, this is called. These are all locked together, and all these ones line up perfectly, and there's like a little spacer in here, so it lines up. So you have to make sure that they're in the correct order, like flipped up or down. Yeah, if you want to see, we can show you. Like you can't put one in this way and one in this way, or one over here or one over here. All these have to line up perfectly when they're in. Yep, just like that. Like they all have to line up exactly the way the cutouts are. And then once this is all done, this would just be slid into the basket, like so. The way you do it, the orientation, none of that matters. It's all locked together now. So basically what it's doing is it's locking the outer portion to the inner portion, so that there's no clutch discs in here, kind of like, that's how they would act, but basically like a clutch disc in here. There's nothing in here. Then you take this part that I told you to keep before. This piece would go on the top like so. This is what it looks like completed. And then you have this inner bearing race. You want to just make sure that that's in the correct location. So this sits, you'll see how, like, if you take it off, it might sit down here like this, but it's got to sit perfectly on the bearing location. There's two tabs on this, and there's two tabs on here that you want to make sure you line up, and you just push that back together and spin it until it lines up just like that. Now what you do is we're gonna silicone it and put it back together. So I'm gonna get this siliconed and then I'm gonna get back to you guys. So I just put a really thin layer on this, all the way around. Nothing crazy, just a really thin layer of gasket sealer.
Which one you use, a Toyota?
Yeah, I use Toyota. It's anything that's good for an oil pan, basically. Then we're going to put this obviously looks like this. Nothing goes on here like this. And then what you want to do is make sure that the ring spacer that you took off before goes on. You want to make sure that bearing in the back is in place like the way I showed you, spins freely, press together, and then you're going to slide this right on. We can probably lift this a little bit. Slide it on. It has a centering pin, so it's going to center itself perfectly like that. It has 2 little centering pins on it. So like I said before, bottom, the flat part towards the bottom, not the side that has the bolts, you're going to use the 4 longer 8mm, and then on the top the shorter 8mm. Just like that. They don't have to be super tight. I'm gonna go around them one more. And then see down here. Now we're gonna put this head back on. Like I said before, there's an O-ring in here that you want to make sure seats in there nicely, and slide that back on. You might have to push this with a flat head a little bit and just make sure it stays in its spot. But basically, you don't have to push this all the way in. You could actually have the bolt carry this in, which is what I do sometimes, because it keeps that O-ring that I just showed you, it keeps it in place. Sometimes if you push it in, the O-ring will come out of place. Then lock this in. Doesn't have to be super tight, just probably like 100 foot-pounds maybe. And that's it. Make sure everything moves good. And the diff is locked, ready to go.
Fluid in and good to go, right?
Yep, put fluid in and it's ready to go.
There you have it, folks. Our clutch locking plates. That's one bit. Next brace getting welded up. Yeah, I'll help you.
You already got a bolt now?
Yeah.
Cool. Get this drive shaft up. Got this thing sprayed up, braced up, looking nice, pretty solid. I got Yosher and the birthday boy at the control. Well, he got birthday 3 times a year, so we don't know what's going on right now.
Okay, I'm good. I said I was good after that one. Alright, yes, you can let some pressure down. Okay, you can let the pressure down now.
Yoshi got this thing on his head balance. That's how we do it, folks. You know, you gotta have the right head, the right angle, and you see, it goes straight to drive shaft.
So I got a lump in my head.
Right?
They have to have the correct haircut too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the Odyssey is rolling with. K-Series boosted. Let's lift this thing up and show you guys the drive shaft.
Alright, we got everything all mounted up. As you can see,
Pretty solid.
pretty solid, yeah. We had a notch just because we could have moved it another 3 inches or something like that, but oh well.
Everything is in.
Everything else is good. now just the axles in the back and. And just like that.
Just like that.
Make a control arm. I'm gonna make an adjustable control arm. Look at that. Boy. 13. Perfect right there.
It's the last piece of the puzzle for the Odyssey. The control arm, we're making it adjustable.
See?
Nice, right?
So, see? We have to make it more adjustable. This is a little
That's
bit
an
too
MDX, right?
short. I don't know what it's for. I think so. That's what he said. So. We'll test it out in the back and weld all this. Weld all that and then
That's a wrap.
what's it?
Yep.
And then we'll do it to this one.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
That's
so,
perfect.
yeah. Perfect. So I'm gonna tack this one and
Check
I'll
this out,
cut
and
this
that's it. Ooh, came out nice.
Yep, so we finally got it on there. So all he needs now is the camber kit.
Camera kit.
Yeah, so
Check it
made
out,
that for
guys.
him. A little custom piece and axles. So the way this thing is it's like, since it's the MDX,
Yeah.
it was 28 spline on the outside and 23 on the inside. So it's gonna have to get a custom axle made just for this.
Just for that side?
Yeah,
All right.
and more on both sides, but I mean.
The majority is
And
done.
that's it, everything's done.
Yep, just the
Everything's all
axles.
done, everything's braced, everything, yeah.
Everything's nice. That's up, so
Oh yeah, the dry shaft is up.
there you have it, folks. Keep
So
on
it's just
tuning
ready.
in, subscribe, and like us, and tell more people about it.
That's it, subscribe.
Them wheels are always gripping, them wheels are never slipping.
S1 all-wheel drive, got them on the scaling downs.
Them wheels are always gripping.
Gripping, don't get caught slipping. You get behind the wheel, build it your Honda's built. It's military grade, but this is not a drill. It's American made, but we all-wheel drive the world. I see them changing the game, S1 always will. Got them cars killing speeds and just sound like artillery. It's all